On as we take you for a wild and exciting ride on the road to TransWorld. This is TransWorld Live.
What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. Happy TransWorld Live. We are here. We are festive. We are on the road to TransWorld. So grateful to hang out with all of you fine folks. And the first time this season we're seeing that video. Holy cow. Get your goosebumps going. Let's party. Oh, Sean, what's going on? Troy, what's going on? It's good to see you. Sean Fenner, of course, Festive Farmstead. Anthony, guys, welcome to the party. This is where it's at. We are streaming to 5 different feeds on YouTube, on Facebook, coming to you in your living room or on your cell phone, your computer, wherever you want to have us, because this is the place to be. We're going to give you everything. We're going to give you some creator content. We're going to give you behind the scenes. We're going to give you all of the news, the breaking news that you're going to need for TransWorld right here in one full place. Now, we love, of course, when you're watching. That's why we do this show, but we love it even more when you interact. If you have some questions, if you want to be a part of the community, a part of the conversation, log in, say some cool things like all of these amazing people have already, and be a part of the evening. How's everybody doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Crazy Thanksgiving. We had some wonderful festive entertainment, of course, hitting the airwaves besides football and all the fun stuff that's on TV. We had Stranger Things Season 5. I know that's been capturing a lot of attention. And, of course, the second part of Wicked. Sound off. Let us know how you feel about both of those. I did have an opportunity to see both. Try not to do any spoilers out there for those that haven't seen them, but some really good stuff there. Looking forward to the rest of the conclusion there with Stranger Things 5. Into the Fear. Hi, Merry Christmas. We are on the road to TransWorld, and we are starting off Christmas. And although we normally love to focus a lot about those frightful things, of course, now we are talking about all those snowy, wonderful winter wonderland aspects here of the holiday season. And we did get some snow to decorate our front house. How about you? I know in the Midwest, we got a good pummeling here that made a good start here to the December month. So can you believe it's December? This is ridiculous. All right, we got some happy birthdays. Today, the 2nd, Charles Pompey, Matt Peterson, happy birthday to them. On the 3rd, tomorrow, Duncan Chilcate. Happy birthday to him. Jackson Tassick, Slider Jesus, and A1 Brad Cannon on the 4th. On the 5th, Richard Gosslich, one of the original Santa Clauses. We love him. On the 6th, Heidi Dunfield, Brittany Miller, Mason Gauger, Kimberly Clemens, and Tyler Burlington. Happy birthday to them. On the 7th, Mr. Garcia, who is not experiencing any snow at all in Puerto Rico. So we are very jealous. And of course, Kenny Eggleston as well on the 7th. And on the 8th, we have Ben Gagne and Courtney Combs. Happy birthday to all of our amazing friends. Tater, we can't do this thing without you. So happy that you're here. Oh my God. Rich, good to see you, Rich. It's awesome. Yes, 6 inches of sunshine in Vegas. I'm jealous, my friend. I think it hit about 21 was our high here today. So we're very excited. Guys, we are on the road to TransWorld 2026, and it all starts right here. HAAshow.com, and of course, TransWorldChristmasShow.com. The 2 places, there's some other websites as well. We're just going to focus on those right now. Those are the 2 places to check all of the late breaking information. And as you guys know, as we are on the road to TransWorld, stuff's going to come out. New developments, new seminars, new events, new sessions, new offerings. So you're going to want to make sure you tune into here and check those websites out too to make sure you're a part of all of the fun. A lot of the preliminary stuff is out on the websites right now. So go check it out. Hang out, see a little bit of that. We are going to be back. It's later in March 26th through the 29th. 2026. And then, of course, at the America Center in St. Louis. Now, guys, that's 114 days away, if you can believe that. 113 if you want to come party with us on Wednesday, the 25th. That's Wednesday, March 25th. We're going to be doing a pre-show tour. Now, normally this is all haunt focused, and there's going to be some Halloween and haunt stuff, sure, but there's also a major Christmas component as well. It's called Christmas in the Country at Talon Falls. Experience the magic as the sun sets, and you're going to be able to go through dazzling lights, festive displays on your way to the North Pole. So you're going to have to check that out. You'll see Santa, see the Grinch, all kinds of fun stuff, but you're going to want to be a part of that. Now, of course, and we're going to talk about this in future shows once we get past the holidays, you're going to Talon Falls. You're going to see some amazing Halloween and haunt stuff. It's going to be great. Taylor, you know what I'm talking about. Tell us about Talon Falls. It's amazing. Yes, Devin, what's going on? We're glad you're here as well. Yeah, guys, it's going to be amazing. So we've got bus tickets. We've got driving tickets. So check that out. The best place to get them, of course, heashow.com and transworldchristmasshow.com. Check it out. Now, we're going to be talking here over the next couple of months about all the amazing activities and the fun stuff, but you can get a jump on all of that stuff right now. Go to the website and see that stuff. Okay, as we are diving into all things Christmas, we have to kick the show off the right way. We've had her on the show before, and her partner are really stirring up some amazing sleighings. That's right, folks. Folks, the unofficial queen of Christmas, TransWorld Live, help us in welcoming Miss Stacey Jordan and Patrick Russell from Red Sleigh Workshop. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
What an introduction.
Thank you for that. I need a crown.
Yes.
I was watching Wicked, and she had that crown. I'm like, I need a Christmas crown like that. Anybody who's listening.
Okay, let's design that. Would it be gold? Would it be silver? What would you go with?
I mean, it's Christmas colors. Come on.
Of
I think
course.
possibly red and
green.
white, like, something like that. Yeah.
Especially Red Sleigh. It's got to have
Red
that
sleigh,
red
gotta be
tinge.
red. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Pat, are we wearing a crown as well? Like, I feel like it needs to be there too.
I might get one tattooed on me, but that's about it.
He has a 4-year-old, so I think he's gonna be wearing some crowns. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Have you met this guy Tater? Tater and I are going to take you. We're going to get a tattoo in St. Louis. Here we go. We're breaking news
I'm
right
down.
here.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I gotta finish this sleeve. So
I love this. Guys, we're so happy. Thank you for kicking off not only the road to TransWorld, but also our Christmas season here at TransWorld Live. You guys are from Red Sleigh Workshop. We know Stacey for a lot of years. Pat, I'm so excited to meet you and start to get to know you, but tell us everything about Red Sleigh Workshop.
Well, you can start, Patrick. Go ahead.
Well, Red Sleigh Workshop, we started doing just consulting for residential installers to learn the commercial side of it. We also bid commercial projects all over the United States. We've been, we're a year-round Christmas business. Most of the time people are like, oh, what do you do the rest of the year? Well, that's all we do. We are Christmas-focused year-round. We have some live trainings coming up next year. That's a new thing for us, and we're really excited about it. What else, Stace?
Yeah, so I've been in the Christmas industry for 22 years. This is my 22nd season, and people are surprised. They're like, "Oh, you started when you were 5 years old." And so, no, I'm 22 years.
I was going to say 4, so
thank you. And I've worked with some of the largest commercial Christmas companies in the industry, and so having that background, I'm working with some clients like the theme parks and the zoos and the cities. I really have so much information in my brain about commercial Christmas, and I really want to share that with residential installers and people who are getting into the commercial space. So I just felt like now is the time. In 2020, I started Red Sleigh Workshop, but I wasn't ready to kick it off up until I met Patrick, and here we are doing this together. But I feel like there's a gap in our industry where people are residential installers. They're doing a couple of commercial projects, and they don't really know how to get quite into the places they want to get into, right? So everybody can be like famous in their, 100-mile radius of their locations, right? So we want to get them to be out there doing that. And if my consulting can help them do that, then that's great. Over this past season, I've been working with a lot of different residential and commercial Christmas installers. And I think I have a lot of data from those conversations and those sessions to really help people in the industry grow their business, wherever stage they're at. Some people are doing 10,000 a year. Some people are doing 5 million a year. And I'm here to help any stage get to where they need to get to. So that's what we do at Red Sleigh. And it's really fun. It's been really fun.
Well, I think it's important to mention too that you mentioned about working with installers, but you guys work and consult with decorators, with property managers, municipalities, entrepreneurs, everybody that wants to somehow celebrate the holiday.
Yeah, lots of city people, lots of marketing people, just anybody at all who needs holiday decorations or needs to design it. We have an in-house designer. He's been on my staff with me for 17 years. Kind of been everywhere I've been. And so we have a lot of history in the industry and can, put together pretty much anything that someone wants. They want, just bring it and we'll build it. That's what I say.
Pretty much.
Love it.
Well, that's the other nice thing is Stacey's been in the industry for so long. I'm only a couple of years in, but, we tell people always ask, how much does it cost? I mean, your checkbook and your imagination is the limit. We get custom stuff built all the time for companies. Sure. We had some custom stuff done for an aquarium out in Pensacola. It's a company out in Telluride, Colorado. So basically, if you can think it up, we can get it made for you. So she knows so many people, and I've had the privilege of getting to work with those people this last 6 months. So it's just super awesome. So anything you can think of, we can get it done and get it made. And Stacey knows everybody. So they're always,
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Wait, who's this guy you're dragging along? But it's been fun.
You guys have such a resource bank. I mean, like a well of entire resources. So when someone comes to you with a certain price point, you can point them into that direction and be able to consult and say, hey, I can get, the solution to your problem over here, or I can source things over here. Or like you just mentioned, we can do a full out custom build if your checkbooks allow for that. It really is kind of a one-stop shop because whatever your budget and whatever your know-how, you guys have the training, the background, the resources, and the connections to make it happen.
Right. And that's why we call it Red Sleigh Workshop, because we're here to work and build it. But if we need to build a bigger sleigh, we'll build one, we'll make it happen.
I like that. That's cute. I like that. That's very awesome. All right. Well, tell me about this thing. You guys are doing a training in the beautiful heart of Texas that gets no snow at all.
Great state of Texas.
Great state
Schwartz. Exactly.
I just moved to Texas over the summer. I've been born and raised in California, Southern California girl, okay. And I moved out here to Texas, and I am not liking this cold front that came through. I am. Nope.
So you've already acclimated. That's pretty much.
That's another way to phrase it. But.
I'm here. That's all I know. That's it.
Wait, can we just, so we can all have some fun, what is the cold front that Schwartz is going through right now?
Yeah, it's so here in Shirts, it got to what was it yesterday, 42 or something
42.
Like that. I mean, it was for Texas, it was chilly.
Sure.
And I'm from Southern California. It's 75 and sunny, maybe 50, maybe. Yeah.
So
I love that. So tell us, you've got a commercial training. People can come to you guys and talk all things commercial holidays, and not just Christmas too. I know a lot of commercial properties want to celebrate whatever holiday. I know you guys can do that in addition to the Christmas consulting too.
It's true. So we're actually doing trainings out here in San Antonio in Shirts, Texas, which is a few minutes from San Antonio. Beautiful. And they're happening February 19th and 20th is our first round, but we have other dates as well in March and April. And then, so what we go over is we basically talk about how to come from residential and small commercial to get in the door to the larger commercial projects, and then everything that goes with that, whether it's your how are you showing up, what's your visibility on social media, who do you have on your team, who do you have in your sleigh, right? Who's there running it with you? Who's leading the charge, and where can we fill in those gaps? And we go over that in the trainings. Like I said, I do one-on-one consultations with these business owner operators, and I charge $500 for a session, and we have a 2-hour talk, and it's really in depth and very personal about their business to find out what they need, and what they really need to do. And so after doing many of those consultations this year, I have a lot of insight on what they really need and what these owner operators are looking to learn at our sessions. So I feel like we're going to come in with some really valuable information, but at the end of the day, they're going to use it or not, right? So
Yeah.
And
it's super exciting.
And then we're going to be doing some hands-on building. A lot of the residential guys, you tell them about a 24 or 30-foot tree that just boggles their mind. They're like, man, that's going to take 2 days to put together. And so and then some larger display pieces and just some of the main stuff that they would, be proposing and actually building on site, and just showing them that it's not rocket science. It's obviously larger scale than what they're currently doing, but a lot of them are just, they're afraid to do it because it just sounds like so much more work. Yeah, there's a little bit more safety that goes into it. There's a little bit more planning, but instead of building a 9 or 10-foot tree, you're just doubling it or tripling it, and
Sure.
It's the exact same thing. But and that's been a big thing, is just installers are intimidated by these large scale decor items and trees, and so we're just trying to show them it's super easy and they can do it very, very simply.
Right, we want to instill confidence in them, and if they're lacking something, we want to help them figure out how to plan better, how to logistically make things happen, and everything that's involved with commercial Christmas can seem like a lot if you were to break it all down piece by piece, but once you learn, then they'll be able to be successful in their local area. And that's the hope, that we can have a network of installers across the US. So if somebody comes to us with a project that we're designing, and say in Florida or somewhere else, that we'll have installers that we've trained and that we know personally that can help get these jobs done, and everybody makes money. Everyone's happy.
It's like a positive network that you've already vetted and you can vouch for and say, hey, I know this guy or this girl and they're wonderful and they'll do you right,
Right. And even if we're just getting to know them, we're going to see how they work, and then we can say, maybe don't go with that person, right? Maybe we'll go with someone else, right? Sure. But either way, people get an opportunity to work together. And I love the camaraderie and the social aspect of it as well. People get to feel like they're part of a network and they're not alone in this, right? Because it seems people get really discouraged, right? Because the holidays come so quick and we have so much to do, and we don't sleep for 2 months. We don't see our kids. And, it's one of those things where it's like, wow, what did I do with my life? Why am I in this industry? And then I always say it's like childbirth, right? If you don't forget it, you would never do it again. So that's like how I look at Christmas. Every year you're like having a baby, and then the baby comes and everyone's happy. They love it and they see it and they're crying and they're smiling, right? And then you forget how horrible it was, but then you got to do it again the next year. So that's how I see Christmas. And so if people have other people to lean on and call and have a network to really feel confident with what they're doing, or at least get to bounce things off people, then I just feel like it's a great community to have.
I couldn't agree more. And I want to kind of focus on that for a second, because we had a comment from Andy Warren about how he had just dipped his toes in the commercial world right now. And he wants to learn a lot more and harness that power that Red Sleigh Workshop has. Can you talk on that for just a second about how, whether you're just brand new, haven't done anything, or maybe like Andy, where you've got a little bit of experience, you just dip your toes, or maybe you're kind of in the intermediate phase. You've had a few years, but you're not growing. Can you talk about how you guys can customize your track based on a brand newbie or somebody that needs a little bit more veteran help?
Right. So that's what the one-on-one consultations are for. So if you were to go to our website and sign up for the consultation, I have slots all week and next week available for that. And we go over, they fill out a form and they basically tell me lots of details about their business. And then we go over it in person, over Zoom or over Google Meet, whatever it is, not in person. I've done a few in person, but these ones probably wouldn't be. But we talk about all the different gaps and things that I see in their company, and really get to know what their goals are and what they're looking to do, because they may say they want to double their commercial business, but that may mean something different to them. To me, that would mean like, for me, it would mean like, I want to get, $100,000 job or something. For them, it may be, I want to get a $10,000 job,
Sure.
or they may want to get a $5,000 job, or they may just want to get their local Chick-fil-A or something. And that'd be great to them. But if I don't know what their goals are, what like would make a successful year for them, I can't really tailor the consulting around it. So that's why we have the 2-hour consultation, and I get to know them and get to know their business and where they want to go. And then I put together a comprehensive plan for them within 48 hours of our call that has like a step-by-step, next 30 days do this, next 90 days do this, and just basically give them, direction and let them take the reins with it. And then we offer our services for whatever they need. So if they need art design, or they need help with their social media, we have different resources for all of that. We have partners and people that we work with that can help them to get to where they want to go. But every company is different. So that's why the consultation helps. But yeah, we can help people who are doing 10,000, people who are doing 10 million. I'll help you.
Yeah, and if they're not sure, we do have a 15-minute consultation that they can sign up for. It's free, and we can kind of ask some questions and just make sure it's the right fit for everybody. So the 2-hour $500 consultation is amazing. I've sat through a couple of them, and I just start thinking about all the businesses that I've owned before this, and was like, man, I wish I would have had something like this in the beginning. Yeah. But yeah, we do have a 15-minute one that they can go on there and book, and just make sure it's a good fit, because we want to, if we can help somebody, we want them to book the consultation. But if it's really not a good fit for us or them, we don't want to be like, oh, well, thanks for the $500. Like we only want to do the 2-hour consultation if we think we can help them and it's something that,
right,
we can do. So,
sure. And sometimes we refer people off to our other networking partners who just teach residential installation. Some people are just starting out and they have no idea what a light bulb is or a mini light, and that they're not a fit for us. So we refer them off to our residential partners who train in that track. Yeah.
I love that. It's all about finding the right solution, and one size does not fit all.
Right.
This may go along with it. Our good friend Jennifer Luke, who we missed at Legendary in Utah, said that would this apply to businesses that do not operate a brick and mortar as well?
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, it would. Yes, it would. So we work with companies who have brick and mortar, and we work with companies who are just have warehouses, or even just working out of their homes, right? So it depends on what level you're at in your business. Some Christmas companies that I work with have small warehouses, 3,000 square feet, or some people have really large ones. Some have no warehouses at all, and it just depends on where they're at. And if you're working out of your home, that's great too. A lot of people can install other people's decor commercially, and someone stores it on site already. They're not having to store anything themselves. I mean, it just depends on what you need. And yes, sure. The answer, yes. I can talk in circles all night, but yes.
We love that. Great question, Jen. Thanks for being here. Remy, Todd, and Rebecca, hello. We're glad you're here as well. Okay, we love to spill the tea, kind of give somebody a, little bit of a teaser here. And a little birdie told us that you might have a new solar thing you want to talk about. Maybe if you want to maybe kind of give us a little hint here.
Yeah. So, I mean, the question is like, people say solar powered Christmas decor, like, is it really going to work for commercial Christmas or in general in Christmas? Sure. Because we don't trust it. I know I don't trust it, right? Nobody does. I have a friend of mine, his company's Easy Treesy. You can look online and find him. He has a solar line that he built many years in the making. And we've been working together for over a decade, probably 15 years or so, but he's been working on it. And it's a huge hot topic, right? So it's always, the question is like, can it be as bright? Can it be as eye-catching as a plugged-in unit, as a 120 sure. piece? And the answer is yes. Yes, he's figured it out. They figured it out. And, it talks about where on the website, you can go easytreesy.com and you can see it talks about the different types of elements. But there's actually there's a lot of questions that people have about solar. So that would be like, if anyone has questions, please put them in the chat. But it's always about like the cost, the durability, the brightness, and how much realistically can you expect to get from a solar panel. So what Kurt did, the designer, he built a panel that, but the panel had to connect to a certain type of light. So it's not just like you can get any product and set the panel up with it. The product was built specifically to be solar powered. That's why it works. So that's the difference. So it's not just something you can attach to your existing decor. Okay. You'd have to buy the pieces with the panels because the lights are made specifically for the solar powered engine, so to speak. Yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty new.
I love that you guys are staying on the edge there of new and innovations that are coming out that may change the game. And I love that you address that, because solar lights, as we've talked about in the past, certainly can be a challenge. And it sounds like we've got a great solution for that. But, December being the least amount of sunlight here in the Northern Hemisphere during, December's got to have some challenges. But it's awesome to hear that there's new technology, new solutions, and you guys can help guide people in the right direction on that.
Right. It may be stuck for places like Florida and California and some places in Texas. But I mean, that's a great question for my friend Kurt when we get down to it. Right. But I'm excited. We're going to have some samples of it at the trade show in St. Louis. So that'll be something people can come by our booth and check out and basically get answers to all those questions.
Well, I am beyond excited to talk TransWorld. Can we pause for 1 second? We did have a question from Aaron in the chat, and he'd asked, what's the difference between your training in San Antonio and then a 2-hour live consult?
Well, the live consultation is one-on-one, right? That's where we really sit down with you and your company and find out what it is what we need to do, with your company in general, right? Very particular to you. In the larger training sessions, we're going through modules that have to do with specific topics. So there could be 35 to 50 people in the class in our training, and we'll go through just general proposals, general marketing, general, cold calling, general pricing, things like that, product development, where we really get one-on-one in the consultation. And then in the 2-day training, it's 2 full days. So it's 9 to 5 on Thursday and 9 to 5 on Friday, with lunch included and the hotel included and a social event included, a night out with everybody.
Okay.
And we also have a hands-on training for day 2. So that means we actually get down to putting things together. Like, here's a frame tree. How do you actually bolt it together? What do you need to tie it down? Like all those questions that people would have for things that can seem really daunting if you don't know how to do it. And then if they already know how to do it, maybe they can talk to their neighbor and give tips to them on how to do it. And it's kind of just like building that network of people as well. The one-on-one consultation is amazing. I think everyone should have it before they come to our training. That way I know about them personally and I know what they need to learn. But just coming to the training is great as well, because they'll learn what everyone else is learning and what they need to know. So hopefully I'm hoping that we're going to give everybody enough, ammo and information during the training to go out there and just kill it in their local area for the season, because commercial Christmas starts Q1. It actually starts now.
Yeah.
We're planning now for next year. I'm meeting with people next week in California for next year and the year after. I'm already planning 2027. So
I can only imagine businesses or, commercial owners that are driving around their neighborhoods going, wait, I want that for my place next year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And I want to be with them, driving with them. I want to be at that theme park or wherever, walking around saying, what did you see there? What did you see here? What can we do here? Like, that's what we're doing this time of year. We're planning and getting all those wheels spinning and getting people excited about it. Cause like I said, at the end of the season, we're like, whew, we did this again,
Very cool. All right. Well, we talked about your consultation option, and certainly that's awesome. We talked about San Antonio, which is another option. And then we paused on TransWorld. Let's pick that up right there, because there is a third option. You guys are going to be a huge part of TransWorld's Christmas show 2026 at the end of March. in America Center in St. Louis. And you guys are kicking everything off with this amazing pre-show training on Wednesday, the 25th. Tell me everything.
Patrick, you want to talk?
Yeah, I guess. I smile and look pretty. So so we're doing a 1 day, 8-hour training. It's going to be, not as much as our 2 day training, obviously, because it's really hard to fit, 16 hours worth of stuff in 8 hours. But we're going to kind of, we've got a really good training planned for just 8 hours. We're going to do some hands-on installations. But yeah, it's Wednesday, the day before. And we have a couple options. And also, when you book your training with us, it gets you your floor ticket. So that's included. And then we have another option to get one of the training series added on. So, and then the nice thing about TransWorld is everybody's there. So we, instead of, our trainings here in shirts, we're going to have people coming out, one person per training from a different avenue of this business. But at TransWorld, we're going to have a lot of people there. So we'll be able to have 3 or 4 different people come through and talk about different things from their point of view and their what part of the industry they work in. So, but yeah, so we're super excited for that. Coming into St. Louis, it's one of our favorite places to go to TransWorld. So get to spend an extra couple days there. We're really looking forward to it. And especially, what's that barbecue place that's like right down the street? Holy Smoke, or what is it? I forget.
Sugar Fire.
Yeah, Sugar Fire. So I've already put in a to-go order for March.
For March.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's a beautiful collaboration between Red Sleigh and TransWorld. You guys are coming to the show anyway. What a great opportunity now to pick up a lot of those essentials. I know, like you mentioned, there's a lot of topics, and so you can't cover 2 days of material, but you'll be covering a lot of those big topics. And I hear you maybe have some guest speakers. I don't want you to give away the whole sleigh, but maybe tell people what they might be in for and why they should consider not only coming in early to TransWorld 2026, but attending the training there in St. Louis.
Well, besides the, of course, our 1 day training is going to have a lot of special guests and people coming in to talk, but the entire show itself has the whole installer series, right? The light series. And in that series, we're going to have a lot of new speakers that have never been there before. A lot of people talking about brand new topics that have come up. The biggest one, AI, right? Everyone wants to know about that, right?
Huge.
We have some people coming to talk about that. I also have someone coming to talk about how she can show you how to make 6 figures in 6 weeks with the interior side of Christmas decor. That's her topic, right? We have people talking about how and why to add inflatables or party rentals into your business, right? So it's for both. It's for anyone, whether you're a Christmas person or a haunt person, right? There's a whole other business. I know the inflatable people are there already, but there's a speaker talking about that, how to be successful year round, how to keep your guys year round doing that. And I think that's, to me, so important, is helping these companies be a year round company, right? How do they get to quit their day job, so to speak, and do what they love, whether it's doing their haunting or doing their lighting, keeping their people involved. And I'm helping facilitate some of that, getting those people on board to speak about those things, because it can really change people's lives. And that's what I love to see is people stepping into to owning it and growing in their business.
Love that. And of course, there's going to be a party.
Party. I forgot about that. Yeah.
All kinds of parties, but specifically for Christmas installers, Flamingo Bowl, Thursday night. We're going to get to hang out all together.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So there's going to be karaoke. There's going to be food. There's going to be bowling. There's an hour of open bar. That's in itself is going to be amazing. We're going to get to mingle with a bunch of the vendors, a bunch of the trainers, the speakers, all the people who are going to be part of the installer series are going to be there one-on-one with the attendees, because we want to be able to meet everybody, right? I want to
That's
meet,
right.
they want to meet everybody, and really just again have that community. And the bowling is the best place to do it. It's so last year we didn't have the whole place opened up. This year we're going to have the whole place opened up, so everybody can go in the whole bowling alley. There'll be 2 sides, and so it's going to be a lot bigger than it's been in the past, and it's going to be super exciting. And I'm not a great bowler, so people can laugh at me because I bowl like a 40 or something. I don't even know.
Are you going between the legs? Like, are you rolling it like?
That
I'm lucky if I don't fall on my face.
Yeah, it would probably help if she did between the legs, but
Bumpers for Stacey. That's what's happening.
Worse. Yeah.
I love this, guys.
Are you a good bowler, Chris? Are you good?
I can hold my own.
You're not on the league though.
I wish I could be. I was a long time ago. I was.
See, you were. Okay, so that's the thing. You're saying you could be. That means you are.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll come test our talent there.
Right after that 1 hour open bar, I get a lot better.
Or we just forget what's happening at that point.
Yeah,
exactly. Guys, check out all the news. Check out all of the information that we're talking about. TransWorldChristmasShow.com, and then check out these guys at RedSleighWorkshop.com. Stacey, Patrick, before we go, can you tell everybody anything else you want to mention, or the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, the best way is to find us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We do TikToks.
Unfortunately,
are we dancing?
I'm going to give him a dance though.
The highlight of my life the last couple months was doing TikToks.
Okay. Okay.
But and then RedSleighWorkshop.com, they can set up a free 15-minute consultation and then sign up for our training there, or just message us on any of the social media apps. We're really excited for TransWorld. We've been working on this for the last couple months, and finally we can start talking about it. And I've got a lot of friends in the industry now. I mean, more than I had before, and they're like, "So what's going on?" We heard a couple things. I'm like,
there's a buzz. There's a buzz.
Yeah, we're excited. And we're excited to, I went to TransWorld last year. It was my first time, and it was a good time. And, just excited to change it up. It's not the same people. It's not the same speakers. So just kind of a whole new vibe, which is my worst. I'm not a huge person to say vibe, but it's gonna be a whole new vibe next year, and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Can't wait.
Dig it, guys. We can't wait to see you. I can't believe it. 113 days as the countdown starts. It's never long enough, but it's we can't wait to see you, and we hope that you have an amazing Christmas if we don't talk to you before then. And I'm sure we'll catch up with you in January or February and see how things are going.
All right.
Yes, sir. That sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh, guys, that's awesome. Red Sleigh Workshop. Go check them out. They know Christmas. We're not done yet. We are starting our road to TransWorld, and we are celebrating all things Christmas. And we can't do that without our very, very good long-term friend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome them back to the stage, Mr. Mynor Mendoza from YourPixelStore.com. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it been?
Good. How are you?
Tired. Very tired. You see these bags there? It's just long nights, long days.
I can only imagine. Like, we talked to all of these haunt and Halloween people, certainly in August and September, and they're just exhausted. They're dragging because they're installing. And you, Stacey, Patrick, and everybody in the Christmas world has to be in that same boat, like just rushing to make sure that those lights are up as it's December already.
Well, I run my own haunt. So
yes,
I had to run my haunt and then get into the Christmas selling and getting all that stuff going. And so it was like craziness. And then I had surgery. I had my appendix removed. So
how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing much better now. I shouldn't be doing some of the things. I already got ripped by my doctor. He said, don't do it, but it's busy season, man. So I had to get my butt out there and do what I had to do, but it's been a whirlwind to say the least.
I truly cannot even imagine. I know that you've been a huge resource for a lot of people, and certainly for Rich, Jen, and myself, and we're very, very thankful and grateful, and glad that you're on the mend. I wasn't even going to bring up your haunt because truly you're a man that works. If there were 13 months a year, you'd be working 13 months a year. Holy cow. For those that don't know, and we're so excited to have you back on the show, just tell us everything about yourpixelstore.com.
I mean, we're always bringing in new products and always looking for different options for people. We started off literally with pixels. That's the reason why it's called Your Pixel Store.
Sure.
And have grown to over 300 products now. So it's been, like I said, the last 4 years has been a whirlwind of stuff that we're coming up with and bringing to the market, and people love it. And if there's a product that isn't available, people come to us and say, hey, can you make it available? And that's one of our projects right there in Michigan, which you just put up.
Yeah.
That's literally 90% Your Pixel Store product.
Beautiful.
Besides the coral, the lights, the metal structures, the everything there is Your Pixel Store. So we can literally get everything that you need to do a drive-through, walk-through, even a Halloween event,
Yeah.
So and that's the beauty about it. We've been able to just grow and push the envelope of what we can get done. And if we don't have it, we'll figure out a way to do it. And I think that's the reason a lot of the customers, just like Jordan just posted up, he comes to me and says, hey, I have this. I haven't seen it. Can you make it? Sure, we'll figure it out. Give us some time and we'll figure it out. And I think that's what a lot of our customers really enjoy.
Love that. Just for if we're going into questions already. I just got this text from someone I'm not going to name. Do you do Hanukkah events? Just asking for a friend.
So we can. So we actually can. We've actually done one small Hanukkah event, and we can do other ones. So we do have the product for that. We just haven't put it on our website yet, but definitely we can. We've done 4th of July. We've done some. What is that? Valentine's Day. That was interesting for us. We did a small Valentine's Day show. So it's anything's possible. I mean, one of the guys that we work with, his name is Chad. He did a Google event, and he was like, hey, we're going to be doing this. We got to make some stuff for this. Can we do it? And we're like, sure, we'll figure it out. And we did a Google event, which was really cool, unique stuff. But Chad, kicked butt on that and, just took it to the next level.
Love that. Well, first, hi to Jordan Nash, because we miss him too. He's amazing. Glad you're here. You guys, obviously, Robert's got it up on the screen right now, yourpixelstore.com. You guys really do supply everything. I mean, 3D STLs, controllers, power boards, floodlights, LED panels, matrix mechs, everything, mega trees, moving heads, DMX, lighting, cables, everything that you could possibly want. Holy heck, you'd have to have like 45 warehouses to keep all this stuff. This is awesome.
We have 2 warehouses, so you're right. So we do have 2 warehouses. A lot of the stuff, the cool thing about us is a lot of the stuff that you see, we actually have it in stock. Our goal is to try to have the stuff in stock to try to ship out that same week if you order it. If you order a mega tree, we have it in stock. If you order it Monday, you'll have it at your doorstep by Thursday or Friday. So just things like that. So I mean, one of the things that we introduced this year is a lot of the metal structures. So that's what we're really focusing ourselves on, is pushing the envelope on the metal structures. And we have a couple of things that we'll be introducing at TransWorld that we think is going to be pushing the envelope to what we've been able to offer. And people, I think hopefully a lot of people are going to be like, wow, that's awesome, that's neat. And you're probably only going to be able to get it from Your Pixel Store.
I love this. Anything you can hint at, if it's appropriate?
It's reaching for the stars. It's reaching higher up. We're going high. We're going bigger. So we're going bigger with the structures. I think a lot of people saw us as residential products. So we're pushing like the commercial, similar to Stacey and them that were before us. We're pushing the commercial stuff. We want people to say, hey, we can do the commercial stuff. So we're pushing the envelope on that stuff to really get them the stuff that they're looking for the big events, the SeaWorlds, the parks, the cities that are looking for the bigger stuff. And that's what we're pushing for.
I love that. I love that. Now, we have a ton of questions, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about here. I just don't want people to think like we are backed up here. Old joke, but it's a fair way to start us off. Yes, Sean Fenner, do we learn what a pixel is tonight? And yes, that's an old joke from when you've been on the show before, but maybe for those that don't know, can you tell us what is a pixel? I know there's a little bit of humor there, but there's some education too. So
No, absolutely, and I always that's literally what I put on my comments all the time. What's a pixel? I mean, the reality is it's a simple. The simplest definition is it's just a light that you can control. If you really want to go into real details, it's actually the one of the small dots on your screen that emits the colors. That's really what a pixel is. But in our world, it's the smallest unit that we can change and program in our light shows.
Love that. Love that. All right. Going with the flow here. Our good friend Rob, our mutual friend Rob there, says the big question is 12 volt or 5 volt.
12 volt, and a lot of the commercial people actually push 24 volt. So it's okay. So it's 12 volt or 24 volt. 5 volt is not even in the hemisphere anymore.
Okay. See, this is good stuff. We're getting straight from the experts here. This is amazing. Okay. This is a hard-hitting question from Anthony. We know you're going to TransWorld. Are you going to go to East Coast Honors?
I will be. I will be at an East Coast Honors, and I was actually at Midwest, the Midwest Honors Convention, and they're all different. They're all different. Sure. They all have their own different ideas of what the product you're supposed to bring in, and the type of like I think Midwest is more of a community event. I see a lot of the community. It's more of the smaller community haunters, and it's really haunters. It really is 100% haunters there. East Coast is a mixture now, and now we have the Christmas show and we have the haunt, so you get 2 for 1. I really enjoyed East Coast. I'm definitely going to be there again, and we'll have some surprises there as well. And then of course TransWorld will be there. We're actually it's a perfect segue to one of the things I wanted to bring up. We're actually going to be introducing some of the stuff for Halloween. So one of the things that we've been talked to with a lot of the Halloween people we've talked to is that they wanted to see more of our Halloween offerings. Like, hey, we know you could do Christmas. Can you do Halloween? And the answer is yes. So we're actually going to be doing a Halloween booth as well. So we'll have our Christmas booth, but we'll also have our Halloween booth. That's actually our very first product that we're releasing, that literally the firecracker, the old school firecracker. But for us, it's our first product that we're releasing, and it's actually been really popular for us. I don't know if video is going to pop out, but definitely it's one of the oldies but goodies product. And it works, and it's been really popular for us. So we know that it's going to be there. It's been really popular for us, and we're hoping that the next other products, we have about 9 or 10 products that we're releasing specifically for Halloween, that we believe that people are really going to enjoy and say, wow, okay, that's going to be awesome. And it's specifically because, I run my own haunt. I know there's certain things that work for Halloween that don't work for Christmas, and vice versa. So I'm really I really think that the stuff that we're going to be releasing, it's going to be like, okay, these guys understand what we need, and we're bringing it to the Halloween side and making it work for them.
Love this. And folks, like we've been talking about, you don't have to limit yourself to Christmas and Halloween. No. Certainly, like you mentioned earlier, Valentine's Day, or April Fool's Day, if you want to decorate for that, Mynor's got options. Yourpixelstore.com has products that you can customize to whatever you want to celebrate.
Yeah. And I think you hit it best. And again, Stacey, that we're talking about it before. You want to be able to do stuff year round. It's getting to a point where a lot of our customers are like, hey, we run Halloween, we want to do Christmas, but can we do something in the spring or 4th of July? So it's now they want to do something year round, so that there's revenue coming in throughout the year, just not focus on, hey, September and October are the only times that we're able to take advantage of bringing in some revenue. We can expand it to a few more dates throughout the year. So there's a lot of people doing the spring festivals now, and with our we have the flowers, the blossom flowers on our website, and the natural tree right there. Those are they've been really big sellers for us in those events for the spring. Hey, do you have any flowers that you can leave up your for the whole spring? Yes, we do. We have the natural trees that are, some of them are 12 feet tall, some of them are 20 feet tall. So we just have different varieties and options that we offer our customers.
Love this. Love this. Okay. I love when we can talk technical for a second. Sean Fenner had a good question. Are these products DMX programmable and or reprogrammable? And what kind of controller does it need?
So the majority of our products are DMX controllable. The goal is to try to allow them to be sequenced, and sequence them with music, animation, and whatnot. So depending on the type of setup that you want would determine what kind of controller we can, offer you and tell you, because we have our own personal controller now that we partnered with Experience Lights, David Peace. We have the Vivid controller now that's, specifically to your Pixel store. It was something that we looked for and said, hey, this is what we want for the controller, what we think our customers need. And it's been very popular. We've been very happy with the product, and we're going to have a second iteration of it for sure. But then there's also really big shows where you can need a 32-port controller, and a variety of other stuff. So but they are, again, our products are DMX programmable.
Love that. Good question, Sean. I love talking tech with Mynor, and this is always fun because he's got such good insight on X lights, and again, our good friend David Peace, and everything that you guys are doing with the programming. You guys even do X model downloads, as Robert's showing right now on the screen, to give you guys a leg up on programming your stuff.
So this is some of the old school stuff that we used to sell, the PVC products, because we used to sell PVC instead of the coral. So basically this allows you to download the model and be like, hey, do I like it on my layout? Is it, to making sure this is what I wanted. But also, for the panels, like the P5 panels and now the moving heads, we have the models there, so you can upload it to X Lights or Lightorama, because Lightorama, our products do work with Lightorama as well. So you can download it into the software and say, hey, do I like it? Oh, I don't like it there. Or, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to change it and make it different. So it just gives you the ability to be able to do that.
Thank you for mentioning that too. And Rob just talked about how he can't wait to pick up a Vivid controller, and Gretchen's going to check out all your Halloween offerings. But as we've talked about here and educated maybe some of the folks that are watching from the Halloween side, that everything on your Pixel store works on X Lights, but also to other platforms as well.
Yes, Lightorama is one of the bigger software programs out there, and it controls AC lights, but it also controls Pixel lights now. So gives you. I personally like AC lights. It just gives you a little bit more of the traditional look, but definitely they meshed it together, and you're able to do both now. And I think that's the beauty about Lightorama. And of course, X Lights is a very powerful software as well, and you can do a ton of stuff. As you can see from the video that you're watching right now from our website, that's all X Lights run. Every single one of the items there is run from X Lights. But we're also going to be including in that drive-through some AC stuff. So we're probably going to be using some Lightorama controllers in the future for that drive-through.
Love that. Love that. And it's beautiful work, honestly. As I've gotten a chance to know you over the last few years, and of course, David, and be a chance, one of the cool things that you guys get to be a part of as this Christmas industry is you have these minis. These are like little meetups geographically scattered throughout the country where Christmas aficionados and decorators and residential folks get together to kind of share tips and tricks. And as somebody who knew nothing about X Lights, got a chance to learn, and Lightorama as well, got a chance to learn from some experts at a very, very low cost. Tell us about some minis. I know Rich and I were kind of talking about how awesome these little things are that you guys have going.
So there's a lot of experts out there. There's, I honestly, the amount of wealth of knowledge that is in this community is astounding. So the minis basically allow people locally to join and talk to each other about their shows, how, what worked for them, the best practices. And the minis allow people just to get together. It's kind of like a small conference, to be honest. And that's the cool thing about it. There's small minis where there's 23 30 people. And then there's large minis like the Florida Mega Mini, which is happening in March, where they have close to 300-400 people coming. So, you know, it just they're all from different sizes, and they all do something, things differently. You know, some of them, you know, keep the traditional, like, hey, let's do a potluck and everybody brings food, and it's you know, it's very close and very close knit people. And then of course, like I said, like the Florida Mega Mini and a few other, there's another one that's really large. The Music Summit was first year this year. That one was massive for a first year, stunning numbers. And then, you know, that's more of a conference. I think you were there, right?
I remember. Yes.
So, you know, it's a conference experience. They have different rooms where people are going to learn. So that's the cool thing about the minis. And then, but what I tell people all the time, the minis are great, but, you know, still make time to go to the East Coast Haunters, the Midwest Haunters, and TransWorld, because they're different. It's you get to see the commercial side as well, if that's the direction you want to go. With the minis, you get to try a little bit of that, but I think that you know, with the TransWorld stuff, you get to experience like the massive stuff. And, you know, hey, if you want to go and make a living out of this, these are the events you need to go to get that experience and get that knowledge. And the minis is just just a small tidbit of what you can actually get to see.
It is. It's like that appetizer. I think that's just a perfect transition, because you are a huge part of TransWorld's Christmas show, and now TransWorld's Haunted and Halloween and Attraction show. And we're so excited that you're going to be a part of both sides. We know you have, you know, 2 different booths now, 2 different sections. What are your plans for TransWorld 2026, and anything you want to hint at here?
We're definitely going to be pushing the envelope of introducing full packages. Like, hey, if you want to start a Halloween event, whether it's scary or whether it's spooky, not scary, we can help you, guide you, and say, hey, this is what we can do for you. We were fortunate this year, Kyle from BF Light Shows. You know, we worked together, and we were fortunate to be able to do like 4 or 5 different big events. Some of them were Halloween, some of them were Christmas, and we understand what customers are looking for. And I think that the products that we're going to be bringing is going to make it easier. Even if you don't use us as a full package, you could still use our products to be like, hey, this is what I need. Hey, I just need DMX lights. Okay, this is what we recommend. Hey, I need some moving parts. This is what we recommend. And the cool thing about it is it can all transition to Christmas once you're done with the Halloween, or vice versa. Hey, you've only done Christmas, you could do Halloween and start your sales from September all the way to October. You know, so it just works that way. So I've been getting more Halloween people reaching out to me. And for me, that just shows that, you know, we have a diversity of products that people are really enjoying. And we're just going to continue pushing that. For the Halloween side, it's going to be a lot of lighting stuff that I saw that was at least I don't like using the word lacking, because there is some quality stuff, but I felt like there was a gap. How about that? There was a gap between what I think is what we need and what was available. And so we're introducing some lighting stuff for the Halloween side that I think is going to be very beneficial for all the Halloween people. And all the Halloween people I've talked to have told me, this is awesome, dude. We can't wait to see it. And I think people are really going to enjoy it. So we're really excited. We love hearing feedback like that, because, you know, it just makes us more giddy. And I'm more of a Halloween person anyway. So it kind of like, yes, I get to, you know, hang out on the Halloween side just a little bit more. But definitely the Christmas side, we're bringing some cool stuff as well. We got some really cool Christmas stuff coming as well that we're, like I said, we're pushing the envelope of going bigger. So we're definitely excited about that. And everybody that, again, people we talked to about, hey, this is what do you think about this? They're like, oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. So we're really happy about that. And we're working with a couple of people, a couple of partners that are going to be coming with us and work with it. And, you know, you guys know David Peace. We have something coming that I think is going to be really neat. And I hope, you know, David, it doesn't get upset that I'm just saying something out there. I think it's going to be really cool. Something we haven't seen before out there. So I think it's going to be neat. And definitely I'm excited for that. So that's definitely going to be something on the Christmas side, but it's definitely something that can be used for Halloween as well.
I love that. Okay. We had a question, and I know that you dabble a lot in it. Does yourpixelstore.com handle any permanent lighting solutions?
We do. So we have permanent lighting for residential and commercial. We've actually we have a ton of landscape lights, a lot of spotlights. We're working on a few other things to release for the again for permanent lighting. We have puck light. The puck lights have been really popular for us, and the commercial and residential, and yeah. So and even for tunnels. One of the things that we introduced this year was a tunnel, was super popular. In fact,
Yes.
my team is actually installing a tunnel as we speak.
Yes.
It's never too late. That tunnel setup, the way that we worked it out, you can get up a whole tunnel in one day and get the lights up the second day. So you're up and running in 2 days, and it just works. And so everybody that's installed it, they're like, hey, this is easy, it's simple, and it's been really popular, and we're really excited about that. And we have a way to make it for Halloween as well. So again, you can use it for, it's a hybrid thing. You can use it for both.
Love that. I think it's 100 feet, right? It's like
it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 feet of a tunnel, and then the beauty about it is you can buy the lights from us. You can buy it from somebody else. It's the whole point is that you get the tunnel set up and you can get it up and running in one day.
Oh my gosh, how easy. That's awesome. I mean, you could do that residentially. You could do that as part of your commercial attraction, maybe light up your sidewalk if you've got, people kind of given that candy cane lane type of feel where you can,
and that's exactly what we were trying to aim for. Some people want, the tunnel to be really wide, or some people want it to be tall. Our tunnel allows you to do either one. Nice. It's just an option. Hey, you want it 15 feet tall, we can make it 15 feet tall. You want it 28 feet wide, we can make it 28 feet wide. So it just gives you that option to be able to adapt to it and make the whatever make work for your area and your space.
Love that. All right. Yourpixelstore.com is the best place to find all of these amazing products. If people want to reach out and pick your incredibly vast brain of technical knowledge, or talk to you about a solution and maybe get your thoughts or guidance or feedback on what they should purchase, what's the best way that people can reach out to you?
They can call my cell phone. It's actually on the website. That's my personal number. If I'm super swamped, I'm not able to pick up, especially like right now. Sure. But definitely, if you leave a voice message, I'll get back to you. Sometimes it's kind of late. I'm like, I forget the time. I'm really just going like, hey, sorry. I'm like, oh man, that's right. I'm on West Coast. You guys are East Coast. It's 9 o'clock. I'm so sorry. So I'm always on the run. Again, if I don't respond, you can text me and I'll try to get back to you. So that's the beauty about it. It's my cell phone. You reach to me. So it's on the website, and you can reach the support group. We have a couple of people that work the emails, so they get back to people as soon as we're done working on orders. We have people jump on the emails and work on emails in the afternoon. So the goal is to try to get to if you're trying to get to me, there it is, support@yourpixelstore.com. Or again, my cell phone. Don't blast the cell phone, please. But it's on the website, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, the cell phone's on there, so you can reach out to me. Again, if I don't reach out to you, just reach out or leave a voice message or text me, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Rob says that you're even handling calls during the East Coast Christmas show dinner. I'm a worker bee, man. That's all I do. There you go. That's 760 blank 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 blank. I'm a worker bee, and I'm always working. I like I said, I had the surgery, and the next day I tried working, and that wasn't a good idea. But I definitely the next day I was like, hey, I got to take 2 days off at least, and the doctor's like, no, you need 2 weeks. So I gave him 3 days, and I was like, okay, I'll just walk through the warehouse and make sure everything's going. And I'm still mending right now, but I'm a worker bee. I try to that's what's made us really grow so fast. We're always pushing, and working. And the team that I have has been amazing to allow me to grow. My partners have been amazing to allow me to grow. So we're just going to continue and pushing the envelope. I love that. I love that you're on the mend. And yes, you can't keep us still. Like, you get stir crazy. You're just like, okay, I can't watch more TV, or I'm sick of looking at my computer. I got to move. I got to do stuff. Our mutual friend, Matt Berg, actually just talked to me. He's going to need more movers this TransWorld, so he can't wait. He's doing huge decorations in Milwaukee and all over Wisconsin. It's awesome. Really, really good stuff there. What's your favorite part of TransWorld? As we kind of wrap up, we're starting on our road to TransWorld. You've gone for all of these years. We're so excited that you're such a huge part. Do you get a chance? Like, what's your favorite part of the entire time there?
Really hanging out with everyone. Honestly, it's we get an opportunity. We have all those events throughout the week. Those are I actually lets you just get to be normal. That's the easiest word to say. It's just like, hey, let's all go have a drink and really just hang out. And I think that's honestly the best part of the show. And we only get to see each other maybe 3 or 4 times out of the year sometimes. So it's so these are the opportunities, like, hey, how you doing, dude? I haven't seen you since last TransWorld,
Yes.
And that's exactly it. Or, hey, dude, I saw you at Midwest Honors. How did that go? And I was like, oh, how did the Halloween event go? How did the Christmas event? So it gets us a chance to catch up to each other, and because we're always busy. Because once TransWorld really goes, you start getting orders. March is really where it just starts doing. Everything starts falling into place, and you're like, okay, hold up. I still have Midwest Honors. I still have East Coast Honors. And so it just keeps going. And then by the time you realize, you're like, oh man, I'm back at TransWorld again. And that's literally, I'm already planning for TransWorld. I had been planning for TransWorld for several months now, and then I'm gonna, planning for 2027. What are we doing then? So 2026 is already planned for. TransWorld stuff is already moving.
It's moving.
It's already moving. The stuff is already getting delivered to warehouses and stuff. Yeah. So 2027 is already being planned for. That, like, all right, what are we going to work for? What are we going to bring into it? So yeah, it's that's just the name of the game. It's just keep moving and keep hustling and try to get to the next point.
Love that. Well, as you said earlier, the hint was reaching for the stars. We love that. Can't wait to see how big you guys go. And Warren Johnson put in the chat, the whole show is our favorite part. We agree because, Mynor, to your point, like, yes, we only get a chance to see each other a couple of times a year if we're lucky. And so this is a great opportunity to share knowledge and, talk about being in the trenches together, but also, kick our hair back and sit for a second and say, hey, how did we do this thing? So, well, can we celebrate with you as we are kicking this off on behalf of Jen and Rich and all of us at TransWorld here? We'd love to offer 2 free tickets to the Friday night Christmas party. That's going to be Friday, March 27th. And guess what? We're doing something fun. Like, even Santa needs to kick back a little bit and put his hair back, right? And where's Santa going to go but the beach? So we're doing a Santa's Beach Bash at the Magnolia Hotel Ballroom. It's going to be beautiful. Of course, you bring your Hawaiian shirts, and we're going to give you 2 tickets to go free and hang out with all these amazing people in this very, very warm and inviting environment here. By any chance, can you help us maybe with a trivia question or something that might be fun to help decide who might get these tickets? And before you do that, we're going to ask everybody in the chat as soon as Mynor reveals this question, and then he's going to help us look for the answer. Whoever gets it first. Again, we have 5 streams coming in together. So we're going to see whoever, Minor's going to pick it out, whoever he sees first.
Okay.
You're going to answer into the chat TW for TransWorld, of course. And then the answer to Minor's question here, if I can put you on the spot.
All right. So the question is, in the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, what gift is given on the 7th day?
Great question. Great question. Mynor, you're the man. That's a great question. Truly, folks, behind the scenes here, like Mynor and I did not rehearse this. I didn't know what he was going to ask. That's awesome. That's a good question. All right, guys. TW, and what did they give in the 12 days of Christmas on the 7th day? People are singing it out in their heads right now.
Oh, we already have somebody. We have a winner.
There we go. Call it out, sir. Who's our winner?
It was Robness 1981. There it is.
Rob, congratulations. Yes, it was 7 swans a swimming. And amazingness. Rob, I think we might have each other's emails, but email me, KRIS@HAAshow.com, and we'll get you all hooked up to attend. These are our very first giveaways here for TransWorld 2026, and you'll be hanging out with Mynor, myself, and the entire TransWorld team at the Friday night Christmas party with our favorite Hawaiian shirts. Congratulations. Mynor, this is awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for your time. I'm glad you're on the mend. I know we're going to see each other in a little bit less than 113 days, if you can believe that. But and I'm sure we're going to check up on each other here, in January and February and on the way. But anything you want to say to our audience before we nod off for the night?
Thank you guys for joining us, man. I'm just just regular Joe, so I thank you guys for joining me. All the people saying that I rock, thank you. We just try as hard as we can, and of course, if we don't do well, you can always let us know as well. We're always trying to improve. Really, that's feedback. I tell people all the time, feedback can be positive or negative, sure, but at the end of the day, it's how we use that feedback, whether it makes us better or not. And usually we try to take that feedback and say, hey, let's how do we improve on this? And that's what allowed us to grow to what we're doing now. And I just appreciate everyone, really, truly. I appreciate everyone that supported us. It's been a blur for the last 4 years, and going on to our 5th year, starting next year. It's been a blur, and I just appreciate everyone that's been supporting us from day one.
Oh, we are so grateful for you. Congratulations on everything so far. And we're so excited to help get you another year under your belt and even more success. Of course, we want to thank you for all your time tonight, of course. Thanks Stacey and thank Patrick for their time as well. And of course, all of you for watching and being a part of the show. We can't do this without you. Otherwise, we'd be talking to ourselves and the wall. And of course, the best thanks to Robert for making all of the technical stuff happen, because we can't do it without you. We will be back here. Join us next Tuesday, December 9th. We're going to continue on the road to TransWorld and talk all things Christmas and the holidays. So come here, be celebrating, and be festive with us here at TransWorld Live. We'll see you next Tuesday.